From the Classic 107 studios in downtown Winnipeg, 107 Live for Birchwood Jaguar, the art of performance.
Good morning and welcome to Birchwood Jaguar 107 Live. Yes, the art of performance this morning is going to be jazzy this morning. We have in the studio with us two artists that have been around the jazz scene for a number of years. Martha Brooks, an award-winning she's a novelist, a playwright, jazz singer. Books have been published all over the world. She's won awards such as the Ruth Schwartz Award, Mr. Christie's Book Award, Governor General's Award, and she's written her most recent book called Letters to Brian, her first book for adult readers. She lives in Winnipeg. At the moment she does. We'll talk about that in a sec. And with her is jazz pianist, trombonist, composer, arranger Jeff Presslaff. He's been a mainstay on the Winnipeg jazz scene since moving from New York in 1997. He performs with the Winnipeg Jazz Orchestra, and you can catch him pretty much many stages across the city of Winnipeg. He's a stalwart here on the jazz scene as well. And it's a pleasure to have them both in the studio this morning for a Birchwood Jaguar 107 Live. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Jeff's over in the corner. He's there. We'll chat with him in a few minutes. So before we do a little conversation, because there's so much we can talk about, you guys are going to sing us a song first. What's up first?
Yeah, well, I'm going to sing a song. He's going to play a song.
Yep.
We're going to do Nobody Else But Me.
Okay, take it away.
I want to be nobody but me. I am in love with a lover who likes me just the way I am. I have my faults. He likes my faults. That may not be bright. We may not be bright, but he thinks that I'm grand, and that is grand for me. I may be wrong, but if we get along, what do I care? Say we. When he holds me close as we can be, I tell the lad I'm grateful and I'm glad I'm nobody else but me. I want to be nobody but me. I am in love with a lover who likes me just the way I am. I have my faults. He likes my faults. That may not be bright. We may not be bright, but he thinks that I'm grand, and that is grand for me. I may be wrong, but if we get along, what do we care? Say we. When he holds me close, closer as we can be, I tell the lad I'm grateful and I'm glad I'm nobody else but me.
Very nice, very nice. Wow, you sound good for first thing in the morning, I must say. Thank you, Martha. Thank you, Jeff. So, Martha, let's start with you because you're closer to the mic. Jeff's got to walk all the way around that keyboard. Oh, he's almost there. There he is. Yes. So, what came first, the chicken or the egg? No, just joking. What came first, the writing or the singing?
Oh, both at the same time.
Both at the same time.
Yeah, I had a chest defect that my father was a surgeon, thought should get fixed, and that happened when I was 18, and I found poetry and music at the same time, and it flowed from there.
So was there music in your life growing up as well? Lots of
Yes,
music?
yes,
Were
lots
your
of
parents
music.
musicians, or were they just had music around the house?
I grew up in a tuberculosis sanatorium, and everybody came from all over the world to be cured of the disease or to help cure the disease, and they were musicians.
Wow.
So there was always somebody doing stride piano or got a trumpet or got a bass, or my father played the violin, fiddle.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody played piano. And
So what do you remember your first singing gig was? Do you remember back then?
My father's friend John, who would come after he got cured of TB, he would come and stay with us, and after breakfast I could barely wait to get him into the music room, and he taught me Josephine. That was my first jazz song.
Josephine?
Yeah. And
How come I'm not familiar with that?
I never met a girl I could love like I love my Josephine. She's a vamp, she's a scamp, etc., etc.
Nice. So what about writing? When did you first, was this something you just picked up on your own and started doing creative writing and poetry, or was there what was your inspiration
I did.
for that?
And in actual fact, writers of short stories were my inspiration, people like Eudora Welty, and all along the way I had fabulous mentors like George Tolles and my editors of 30 years. Mm-hmm. And they've inspired me and helped me to be the kind of writer I am. I couldn't have done it without them.
So when you say the kind of writer you are, people know you as writing stories more for...
I write literature.
Literature. Okay, it doesn't matter what age.
That's right.
It doesn't matter what age. So
Yeah.
kids read literature, adults read literature.
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, many of the people who are reading my books are adults. And
I've read all of them.
Jeff has read them all.
He's my biggest
I love them.
fan.
Yes. He's not only the piano accompaniment, he's a fan. He's a
That's
fan.
right.
He's brought them all in to get signed. I can see them piled in the
It's a huge pile.
So yeah. Well, so what about the most recent one? Your letters
Letters
for
to
Brian. That's
Brian.
obviously very close to your heart as
It was
well.
very
yeah.
close to my heart, and it also just won the nonfiction award.
Congratulations,
Which
yes.
Means $3,500 tax free. So you've got this
Tax free.
You've got this dichotomy of having written a book about my grief for my husband who died of brain cancer 3.5 years ago, and the joy of my new husband Jonathan, whom I met just 5 months ago, who we're going to take a honeymoon to France, and that will be very handy for my part of the journey.
It will, a bottle of wine or two for that 3,500, some French bread and cheese. And
Yes.
Excellent. So tell us about this CD, and we'll pass it over to Jeff in 1 second.
Why
Jeff,
don't we-
Jeff, come on in here, Jeff.
You tell him.
He was
about it.
talking on the piano, wasn't he? He was talking on the piano. So
That's right.
welcome to the microphone, Jeff. So this is your first collaboration,
No.
correct? Not your first collaboration?
Second album.
Second album. It's called...
How long has this been going on?
How long has this been going on?
The
We're
answer
going to
is
hear that in a
just
second.
A little over 3.5 years.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
3.5 years?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when did you guys get together and decide to do this one?
Oh, I think, Martha, you have to tell that story.
Well, when 3.5 years ago I arrived in his doorstep weeping. I was this weeping woman. When I would sing and I would cry, and he would say, "Let's flip through and do another song," and that's how an album developed, because we did All My Tomorrows, and that was an album that came out of all of that grief that was transcendent and transforming. And he was the jazz brother who carried me across a river of sorrow. He's just great.
Mm-hmm, yeah. So, Jeff, did Martha ask you to write some new arrangements for these, or
No,
are these your own arrangements? Or
They're all my arrangements, but they were done in response to Martha's voice.
Mm-hmm.
I know that we would get together almost weekly, and she would feed me, and I would reharmonize old standards.
That's all it
Dinner.
takes, huh? A little bit of food.
That's right.
Yeah.
It was a great arrangement, so to speak.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so these are all standards, basically,
Yeah,
all
they're
standard tunes
but
you've
they're
done.
all reharmonized, they're
Yeah.
all redone
Mhm.
completely differently.
Yeah, and you guys recorded in your living room.
We did.
You
because
recorded
that's
in your
where-
living room.
That's where all the work went, and I have a very nice Steinway piano, and it seemed
Oh yeah.
appropriate to try to capture the way
Mhm.
we the way we play in that space. And so we got Don Benedictson to come down and bring a mobile unit. And we love what happened.
So I asked Martha about the chicken and the egg. Let me ask you, because you're playing the piano over there. A lot of people know you as a trombone player. Which came first?
Oh, good question. Well, the piano actually came first. I started improvising on the piano when I was like 3. And
bang, 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 bang.
well, I was picking out
a little
tunes.
more tune than that.
It was weird. I was picking out tunes.
Yeah.
And but I didn't. I had friends who took piano lessons, and it didn't look like much fun. So I didn't want that. So I basically taught myself piano till I was well into college. But the trombone was like my school instrument.
The band instrument.
My band instrument. I loved that, and I really thought my career path was going to be a professional trombonist. But I in fact, in college, I dropped it completely to play jazz piano, and only picked it up maybe a year before I came to Winnipeg.
That's right. So New Yorker. Still at heart. I can tell by your hat.
In some ways. In
some ways?
Yeah.
So you've adopted Winnipeg as your new hometown?
I consider New York a nice place to visit, but I'm really glad I don't live there anymore. I like Winnipeg a lot.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen the jazz scene, I'm sure, grow and change over the last decade or so.
It's a wonderful, wonderful city to work in.
Well, we're happy to have you guys come in the studio this morning. So we're going to have one more song. And again, they're singing music from the brand new CD. How long has this been going on? I guess you can get it at McNally Robinson.
Yes, you can.
And anywhere else in particular you guys want to mention?
Or online, eh?
Well, actually, you can get it online from McNally Robinson.
Online from McNally Robinson
you
Booksellers?
can get it in the store, or you can also mail order it.
Okay.
On the internet, yeah.
Okay, so the second tune you've chosen is?
How long has this been going on?
Ah, all right.
I could cry salty tears. Where have I been all these years? Little wow, tell me now, how long has this been going on? There were chills up my spine and some thrills I can't define. Listen, sweet, I repeat, how long has this been going on? Oh, I feel that I could melt into heaven. I'm hurled. I know how Columbus felt, finding another world. Kiss me once, and then once more. Oh, what a dunce I was before. What a break. For heaven's sake, how long has this been going on? I could melt into heaven. I'm hurled. I know how Columbus felt, finding another world. Kiss me once, and then once more. Oh, what a dunce I was before. What a break, for heaven's sake. How long has this been going on? How long has this been going on?
It's Martha Brooks singing along with Jeff Presslaff on the piano. A couple tunes from the newest CD called How Long Has This Been Going On? And that, of course, was the title track. And before that, Nobody Else But Me here on Birchwood Jaguar 107 Live. That's just beautiful music any time of day. And we hope it keeps going on and on and on and on. But
So do we.
thank you guys. But I'm not sure if you're announcing this or not, but you're moving on. You're moving on to
moving
different.
to Edmonton to be with my husband, Jonathan. Yeah.
Exactly. So we're losing an amazing author and singer to another city, but I know you'll be back to perform
absolutely.
for sure.
This you're my tribe, and they will be my tribe. So it's going to be back and forthing, and
Happy for you.
Thank you.
Congratulations on your move and your new marriage as well.
Thank you.
And new life you're moving into.
Yeah.
So yeah, looking
thanks.
forward to Edmonton. Will be looking forward to
Oh,
that,
yeah.
I'm sure. And Jeff's sticking around. Jeff's going to stick
I'll
around.
be
He's
here,
not going
yeah.
back to New York City
Absolutely.
just yet,
Not yet.
or to Edmonton. Never know. Might call him Martha. I don't know. But he's got a nice house that he's going to be sticking around. And I've been in the living room. He said they recorded this in the living room. I remember interviewing Jeff in his living room. So lots happens in his living room, as you can hear on the CD. Some things that we'll probably not talk about, but that's okay. Anyway, great to have you guys this morning. And again, their brand new CD, How Long Has This Been Going On? Check out McNally's, their website, or go to their shop and you can find it there.
107 Live is Classic 107's intimate concert series, brought to you by Birchwood Jaguar, the art of performance.